Listen very carefully to these scriptures that I'm going to string together. This should be quick. Starting in Revelation 14, the elect, the 144,000, the chosen, the bride, the watchman, all these different names. That's who Yeshua is talking about when he's talking about the whole world will be deceived apart from the very elect. That's the 144,000. That's New Jerusalem. So, the 144,000 are going to have the Father's name in their foreheads. John 17 says that Yeshua himself says that he's going to manifest the Father's name unto the men that Yahovah has chosen out of the world. So, these men in the latter days are going to know the Father's name, and it's going to be written in their foreheads. He hasn't manifested his name unto the world, but to this one group of people in the latter days. Then you want to go to John 5:42 and 43. Yeshua says again, I know that you don't keep the 10 Commandments that he came to teach because they don't believe in Deuteronomy 18 or Acts 3. He says, I know that you have not the love of God in you, meaning the Holy Covenant, because I'm come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. Another will come in his own name, Christmas Jesus, the name of Baal throughout all of prophecy, the name of Beelzebub. So he's the one that you've received, and you haven't received Yeshua because he came in Yahovah's name, because you haven't had the Father's name manifested unto you, because you're not the elect, because you're not keeping the 10 Commandments. That means that the elect being prayed, Yeshua is praying for them in John 17, the 144,000, they are the only people actually keeping the 10 Commandments in the latter days. Mind blowing. And then you want to go to Malachi 3:16. Again, talking about the elect, the servants, that's another word for the elect. He's saying that the people being called up to the throne, the man-child being called up to the throne, are those who fear Yahovah and think upon his name. They have Yahovah's name written in their foreheads because they kept the 10 Commandments and taught others to do so. That's the simple gospel. But Mystery Babylon has lied to you and told you they hold the truth in unrighteousness. They say that Jesus came so that we don't have to keep the 10 Commandments anymore. And then even Isaiah 52 and Romans 10. All who call upon the name of the Lord will be saved. He's quoting Isaiah 52, talking about the watchmen preaching the name of Yahovah, the elect with Yahovah's name in their foreheads, preaching and proclaiming the name of Yahovah, whilst also proclaiming the glad tidings. The glad tidings is the refreshing of the 10 Commandments. This is what John 5 is saying. There's only one group of people that are going to be keeping the 10 Commandments, who are going to receive the Spirit of God and therefore have Yahovah's name. But because you don't have the love of God in you, he won't give you the Spirit of truth, and you won't know Yahovah's name. So you're going to be calling on the name of Jesus like the rest of the world is. And then there's this other group of wicked people that wake up to know that the name of Jesus isn't the Messiah's name, but they either don't rebuke it because they're scared to tell anyone, or they say it's fine to call him Jesus as well. And then even in Isaiah 52, Yahovah says, my name is continually blasphemed every day. By who? The church, using the name of Jesus, because Jesus didn't come in Yahovah's name. It was Joshua, which is Yeshua, who came in Yahovah's name. That's the Messiah of the Bible. Isaiah 65, it says, when his people burn incense in the mountains, they're blaspheming his name. What does that mean? He's saying his people are burning incense, which is praying in the mountains. The high places is the places of worship. They're praying in church and blaspheming his name. What's that talking about? The name of Baal prophecy. Jeremiah 7. They're going to be breaking the 10 Commandments. They're going to be lying, stealing, cheating, being adulterers, and burning incense unto Baal, praying to Baal, and saying that they're delivered to do these abominations. They're delivered by what? They say delivered by the blood of the Lamb. They're saying that Jesus is the Lamb and not Yeshua. Yeshua is the Messiah of Deuteronomy 18, who's going to come and teach everything desired at Horeb, which was the 10 Commandments, before the schoolmaster was added. So when Paul's saying, why are you putting yourself under the law? You're not made righteous by the law. He's talking about the law that was added because of transgression to the Holy Covenant. That was in place until the seed should come. Well, the seed has came and resurrected. He said, I would give you the spirit of truth if you keep the Holy Covenant. That's why he came. But there's only this one group of people in the latter days called Jacob, New Jerusalem, the servants, the watchmen, the men will become the 144,000. And those are the men that Yeshua has given the Father's name to. And it's because they kept the simple 10 commandments. That is literally why. I've did plenty of videos on Jesus, Bill. I wanted to keep that short. But just, can you see what's happening there? Revelation 14, the elect are going to have the Father's name in their foreheads. Isaiah 52, the elect are going to be proclaiming the refreshing of the covenant, which is the glad tidings. Look that up in the Strongs. And proclaiming the Father's name. But the Father's name, as they're doing that, is being continually blasphemed every day in the churches, in the mountains, in the hills. Malachi 3:16, the elect that are spared as an only son and caught up as his jewels, the royal diadem, they're the ones that think upon his name. They've had the Father's name manifested unto them, and they know it's Jehovah. Unreal.